Ladies and gentlemen, traders of all ages, we are finally here at the very first indicator for the Indicator Profile series of 2025. Brand new ways of testing, brand new indicators. Let's take a look. And we are starting with the cyber cycle. Interesting one here. Really nothing you haven't seen before if you're big fans of this series, but we need to take a look at it and show you the new way we test. We already talked about this actually in the video I did last week called IPS Changes, or that's what the thumbnail said. So check that one out if you haven't already. I'm going to start linking that below from this point on, just so people don't have any questions, because it's inevitable. You're going to see questions about this down in the comments section. So we will do our best. But for the rest of us, let's go ahead and move on. Now, if you're new, definitely watch that video because you're going to need to know what's going on. But also, first, welcome to the best indicator channel in all of YouTube. It's always been that way. Nobody focuses on trading indicators the way we do here. But just know that this is a whole put together thing. And if you haven't watched all the videos, you're going to be quite lost. So the best thing to do is to go to no-nonsense-forex.com, read the first page, watch the first video, and get yourself caught up. It is absolutely worth it. But for those of you who have, let's now go ahead and get to the specs of the cyber cycle. The year is going to be 2007, actually 2004, but it recoded for MT4. So the version we are seeing today is from 2007. Type is going to be a confirmation indicator. Subtype is a zero cross once we're done with it. And then probably not the best for exits for what it's worth. So let's go ahead and take a look. Cyber cycle looks like this. Now, we've seen indicators like this before, not a lot, but we have in the past, to where it follows this really tight route, I guess you could say. A problem is it also gives you a lot of signals, like too many, really, unless you smooth it out. So we did smooth it out, but then we also added a zero cross, and we just got better results like this. So for posterity, when the red line crosses and closes above the zero cross yellow line, that is your signal to go long. And when it does the opposite, that is your signal to go short. Quite easy. Now let's go ahead and see how it actually performed. But before we do that, you just have to know that it doesn't matter what you see. It all depends on what it does in your system. The new way we test is going to produce results that aren't quite as over the top and bombastic as you might have seen in the past. This is not a reason to get all discouraged. This is a reason to put it in your system and just see how it does and maybe test the same way we test now. But if you don't know how to test it, I got you hooked up there too. Down below in the links is a link to my automation blog that has an embedded video from Dan Stone himself. How about that? Showing you how to test this thing yourself on the MT4 strategy tester. You also get a link to the blog, which gives you the tweak settings. I don't show you. Any additional information you're going to want to know about this indicator should be there. And if not there, it should be on Dan's YouTube channel, where he profiles this indicator in different ways than I do. He actually shows you in real time how it moves to prove it doesn't repaint, and might even add a few extra tidbits of information that I don't. Now, if you want to submit an indicator for the Indicator Profile series yourself, we've done a handful of them already, but there's a special email address that you need to send that to. Talking about it in the comments section does not work. You need to send it to that email address. And then, as always, a place where you can download this indicator and every indicator we have ever done here on the Indicator Profile series. Let's go ahead and see how this thing looks, but just know it is going to be different, and we have not had a chance to really test a whole lot of indicators under this style, so we don't know what's good and what's not. This could be on the low end, this could be on the high end, we have no idea. So take what you're about to see with a grain of salt, and we will all learn together as we progress forward. For the EURUSD, so what we've done is take the win-loss ratio. Remember, there's a new way we do that. Make sure you check the video I did before to show how that goes down. But we're doing 3-year periods now, and just to make it easier, we went ahead and divided by 3 and mentioned what it does per year over here. So the old information is going to be over here. 5.28% is not great. That would be on the low end of what we do. But this is stretched out over a 3-year period. And again, we just don't know if this is good or bad. I would expect improvements going forward. But that's what the EURUSD looks like under this new way of testing. On to gold. Also kind of low. But then again, once you spread it out, what does that do? It's a tough call. I mean, 16.5% for one pair is awfully good, but we have seen bigger results in the past. Was that just a result of the move we saw back in 2024? Or is it not? We don't know. Again, stay with us here, but I'm really interested to see where this goes. Over to the S&P, this is probably going to be the best result of the day as far as average per year, but awfully good for one indicator. Remember, you're going to be adding other indicators to this to make this percentage go way up over time. Over to Bitcoin, again, we're not seeing the 30-40% we're seeing year over year. But then again, Dan said, because I mentioned this to him, he said, expect this number to probably go up because of the moves we've been seeing lately. Not all of this was factored in. But to reiterate, over a 3-year period, this is what you can expect on your ROI if you just use this indicator alone and nothing else. And then divided by 3 is what you see over here. And I'm always referencing over here because I'm so used to it, because these are the results I'm used to showing you. These are the results you're used to seeing, and this is really our only frame of reference for now until we do more of this. And then who knows? But the cyber cycle is certainly worth testing in your algorithm, and I suggest you do that. Make sure you are caught up with the new way we test indicators now. Link is always going to be below from this point forward. And thank you, and welcome back to the Indicator Profile series. Really, there's all things finance on this channel. We have a trading psychology podcast every other week. We have the Indicator Profile series every other week. We have an investing podcast called the 10-Minute Contrarian every single Saturday. That's fire. But you need to be locked into this ecosystem, and the way you do that is to subscribe and hit the bell. You take care of us, we take care of you back, but get ready for 2025, traders. I think it's going to be exciting. Go get it.